two for one fall. One fall. Introduce him first.
Singles match to start us off. And we've got 2 debuts in this match.
Kyriacos
2 debuts.
Is
hell yeah.
him.
This man is world traveled and at such a young age.
Making his way to the ring, standing at 6 foot 3 inches tall, Kyriacos!
6'3", 230 pounds. Kyriacos is not a small man at all.
Definitely not, and he's showing the muscles right there. I mean, look at the man, he's built like a god.
He is him. And doesn't he just look like it? He looks like he was chiseled by the Greeks himself.
Well, he's acting like one as well. He just kind of threw that jacket, not caring at who he threw it at, and he just threw it at Stu and Rain.
So unfortunately, Jay Joshua has had to pull out of Overdrive Championship Wrestling tomorrow due to illness. But upsets Kyriacos to save the day. Now, normally this is where I talk about manifesting it and we make a joke at Jay's expense, but I've been walking around this hospital all day and apparently he's been telling everyone that he's sicker than your average. So I'll say less and I'll focus on my opponent for tomorrow, James Mason. British wrestling royalty. A true rite of passage match. Now that would faze most professional wrestlers, but not Kyriacos. See, I've always said that the weakest thing a man can do is prepare, because you're literally admitting that you weren't ready. Anyway, I've always been great at thinking on my feet. I'm sure I'll figure it out there.
Some don't even last 31 months. Some don't even last 31 matches. This man has gone for over 3 decades and he has no signs of slowing down yet. And Kyriacos, he is hoping to match that and maybe even double it. And you know what? He looks good enough. I think he could.
Oh, he looks incredible, doesn't he? He's got the crowd firmly on his side.
James Mason, London born. Bringing that London pride here to Cumbrawn.
Loving the energy of James Mason tonight already, and we've not even seen a lockup yet.
Should we smack him while he's gone? Yeah! Should we smack him one? Yeah! I don't even know him, but I want to smack him. I know that.
He has that kind of face, Ethan. He has that kind of face.
Who, Kyriacos or Mason?
Either or.
Either or.
Either or.
Okay.
Whichever one wins and whichever one can't hurt me. We are underway here, our opening contest of Jumpstart. And the crowd already firmly behind James Mason. And can you really blame them?
No, definitely cannot. I mean, Kyriacos, he's been acting so condescending towards the crowd from the very beginning.
Strong lock up there from James Mason.
Oh, Kyriacos overpowering Mason straight into the corner. Clean breakup.
Some respect may be shown to the veteran there from Kyriacos, but will it last? That's the question.
Let's get behind Mason.
Maybe seen a bit of a Roman knuckle lock there.
Oh,
look at that!
Wow.
Fantastic maneuver from James Mason, showing that experience edge.
31 experience, 31 years with experience, sorry. Still incredibly quick and incredibly lethal. Look at that.
The joint manipulation on the hands and fingers of Kyriacos there. That's going to do a lot of lasting damage in this match. You've got to think, and now key lock.
Beautiful key lock, but also Tumbus, Kyriacos Tumbus, getting Mason into the corner.
James Mason, as I've said, as we both said many times already, 31 years experience. That's 31 years of footage. That's 31 years of tape to study, and Kyriacos knows that. And he hasn't had too long to prepare for this match, but in that time, you've got to think, he's had to have watched a lot of James Mason.
Well, I mean, like you said, he probably watched James Mason before he even knew this match was announced. I mean,
of course.
James Mason's been around for a while now. Kyriacos, I mean, he learns from the best. And James Mason might just be one of the best out on the scene.
Very much is.
Beautiful cravat. Oh, straight into a wrist lock.
Strong reversal from Kyriacos. Now that's Kyriacos, I said earlier, world traveled. Let me just put this into perspective. James Mason, catch as catch can, European style, very strong with him. Kyriacos spent 3 months training at the NJPW, that's New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo.
Oh, look at this!
I might not even have time to finish my story the way that James Mason's going.
I don't think you will. James Mason had the legs locked there and the arm locked. Oh, wow.
This limb targeting from James Mason, very, very clever. Takes a lot out of Kyriacos early on.
Really working the arm of Kyriacos. Oh, and a big arm runner flip. Incredible.
James Mason is really feeding off this audience.
He was ready and waiting for Kyriacos. Oh, and the disrespect. How can you disrespect James Mason?
Just like that, apparently. He did it again.
James Mason's got a point. He doesn't even know him.
Audience participation here. Oh! That's what you
Straight to the
get.
headlock.
Third time's the charm.
Oh!
James Mason now taking charge. Leapfrog there from Kyriacos. Reversal of a hip toss into one of his own.
James Mason just taking Kyriacos down at every opportunity. Oh, and a big slap to the face. Kyriacos is out of the ring. James Mason. Incredible.
James Mason standing in the ring. He says his ring.
James Mason just bringing the crowd with him.
The referee stopping him from leaving. But James Mason trying all that he can to get out of this ring right now.
James Mason wants to get this win, not by ring out. He wants to prove why he's had such a long career. He wants to prove that he belongs in the ring and that he, well, can easily get the win without a countdown.
Well, you don't get 31 years in this business by losing every day, that's for sure. Very well experienced winner is James Mason. I had a chance to speak to James Mason earlier today, and he told me that I asked him how many times does he think he's wrestled, and he says, well, he did keep account for a very long time, but when he reached 10,000 matches, he thought, yeah, I'll just give up there. So he stopped counting.
Fair
After
enough.
10,000 matches. Could you believe 10,000 matches?
10,000 matches. I mean, that's just incredible. Like you can't even. Like, I can't even fathom 10,000 matches.
And he's still healthy and he's still going strong.
The crowd very clearly want James Mason to smack Kyriacos. Back into the knuckle lock.
As I was saying earlier, Kyriacos trained for 3 months at the New Japan LA Dojo, competing for New Japan Strong in the US. And just at the end of this month, just a few short days after this match, he will be heading out. His jaw might not be joining him, however. He'll be heading out to Iowa to train with Seth Rollins, if you can believe, at the Black and Brave Academy. Cheap shot there from Kyriacos.
Big back elbow in the corner, and then throwing James Mason's head onto the opposite turnbuckle.
James Mason quickly throwing his shoulders off the mat, though.
That gruesome forearm to the back, James Mason.
The ring positioning, the experience edge of James Mason coming into play there, able to get under the ropes.
James Mason feeling the full force of the turnbuckle there.
Built different is what he calls himself.
Oh my God!
And Kyriacos wants to prove that now.
The legs of James Mason. What's he looking for here? Oh my God!
Alley-oop assaults.
Just lifting him up and throwing him right back down with that alley-oop.
Still a kick out at one from James Mason.
Oh!
Anything you can do, I can do better. The finger manipulation of Kyriacos.
He's wrenching the fingers of James Mason just like he did to him earlier. James Mason with a drop kick. That was beautiful.
The soul of Kyriacos might be in America already. First class flight courtesy of James Mason's drop kick.
Incredible European uppercut there. Sending him off. Oh, but Kyriacos with that back elbow. He's ready and waiting for James Mason. But wait, James Mason. Crucifix pin.
Could have been it, but Kyriacos able to get up.
Oh!
Dropping him with a clothesline and now into the cover for himself. Just a 2 count.
James Mason's still alive in this. He's still alive. He's still breathing.
The arrogance of youth, as some may proclaim it, from Kyriacos. To think that he could put him away that easy.
Kyriacos just choking James Mason on the ropes. He's trying to take the breath away from James Mason.
And as we both know, if a man can't breathe, what can't a man do?
He can't fight.
He also can't order a Chinese takeaway. And he also can't phone anyone. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Kyriacos now trying to lift James Mason up. Twisting in the air. The experience again coming into play. Perfect from the veteran.
Oh, and a schoolboy roll up there.
But in the ropes. Referee didn't
wait a minute.
Wait, hold on.
There's a crossface locked in.
I couldn't quite see that. How did he get him in there? That's the
Straight from the roll up.
That's the tape study of Kyriacos coming into play.
Oh, but wait a minute.
Sending it maybe
He
into
lost
a
the
modified
crossface, but he's trying to transition it.
modified rings of Saturn. Maybe he was looking for
Oh, God.
knee to the midsection.
James Mason showing a little bit of fight, but Kyriacos taking him right back down with that knee to the ribs.
He is one arrogant man, but right now I've got to say he's backing it up very, very well.
Oh my God!
Body slam to terrific James Mason.
Oh my God! Big elbow drop there, missing. James Mason, he's got his chance now.
Mason doesn't have to watch 10,000 matches of Kyriacos to know that was coming. Very, very well to move out.
2 clotheslines there from James Mason. Grabbing Kyriacos by the head. Oh, and a big body slam into the cover. And kicking out at the last second.
Pro wrestling's a tricky business. It only takes 3 seconds to lose.
James Mason paying Kyriacos back for the body slam he gave him earlier.
Painting him there with a strike.
Oh, wait a minute. What's James Mason looking for? Looks like he was going for a suplex, but
Backing him into
Kyriacos
the
again.
corner. I mean, that is 230 pounds of Kyriacos there. Very hard to move around that ring.
Very hard indeed. Very hard indeed. You have to remember, like you said, Kyriacos has trained everywhere. He's probably trained for moments like this plenty of times. Oh, but
Into the turnbuckle. Very hard goes Kyriacos.
he just didn't train for James Mason with that hip toss. Running off the ropes. Oh,
Look
and a
at that.
flipping senton. And that's it.
Just-
James Mason.
Just about got him.
That was incredible. That flipping senton out of nowhere. Kyriacos
he is-
not expecting that.
He is convinced that he kicked out at 3. He got it up very, very close to it. But the referee's hand went down and this match is over. And it's a victory for James Mason.
Kyriacos, I mean, got way too arrogant for his own right. And because of that, because of his own arrogance, James Mason took advantage and picked up the win as quick as he could. And just like that, it was over.
Kyriacos now having to go to Black and Brave Academy with this loss to James Mason on his mind. Surely when we see him come back, he's going to be bigger, stronger, and better than ever. But in this match, once again, your winner, and congratulations go to the legend that is James Mason.